Sorry for that hard cut. Kind of like on the quick look, parents just came home and I was like, oop, we gotta get this here. But unlike the last one, we're gonna continue on. So, you put me through all this bullshit to help you come to the terms with death? When you are death? Memento chuckled. If we knew the Grim Reaper was a stupid puppy dog in need of a big head pat and a belly rub, I don't think anyone would be afraid of death. Seeing you questioning your own existence, what the hell it all means, that's like basic human philosophy. So, as far as understanding our little plight, I'd say you're doing pretty well for yourself, Mem. Oh, Memento. I was like, Mem? Or is it man? It is quite vexing, I must admit, all this complexity. I would be lying if I said I didn't yearn for the simplicity of the Cambrian period. Yeah, that was pretty simple. I sat on the fountain's edge next to Memento. But back then, you couldn't get a nice belly rub. Trilobites aren't exactly the most affectionate organisms I've taken. Heck. Let me just look them up. Trilobites. I feel really stupid. Okay, I mean, they're kind of looking like horseshoe crabs. Because I took an invertebrate paleontology class and I got all straight A's. It's just like, heck. At least it's not mineral classifications and stuff. Memento placed 2 paws on his fuzzy stomach and shook it around. But now, it seems humans have a soft spot for a soft spot. So I decided to make this belly rounder, so there's more surface area. It's worked quite well for me, I must say. Well, I think it looks good on you, I said as I stroked its surface. Maybe keep it for the next era. Or maybe keep it for the next era. It was cool to the touch, like the opposite end of a pillow. I wanted to rest my head on it. Empton chuckled a bit, clearly enjoying the experience. The big lug got on his back, unzipped his pants, and exposed the whole thing. Wait, is this... Okay. I was kind of wondering, like, is this 18 plus or something? You're honestly quite adorable. I try to be. It makes bringing the bad news easier for some folks. I mean, yeah, there's the bad news that, you're dead, but isn't there the good news, which is, hey, there is afterlife and it's eternal paradise? He is really adorable. His fur, his stupid face. Memento peered up at me. Your face? What about it? You look red, like a big cherry. What? Why would I... Ugh. You made me smile. I buried my face with my hands. Humans do that when they're... I know. You're peculiar. I must say, you humans and your proclivities never cease to surprise me. Oh wait, is it not that he's happy, it's that he's woey, he's honey? Did you ever read Proud? He did mention something called the Death Drive. Death Drive? Are you talking about angel lust? I was going to, but a woman in Algeria broke her neck while trying to clean a window, so another Reaper had to go about it. From what the other Reaper told me, it seemed I was quite fortunate with only having ever dealt with Hegel. Mento rubbed the scruff off of his thick neck, though it does beg the question, how does time work? Because we're away for the whole evening. It's not like everyone else is gonna not die for a whole night. Yeah. Mento had a distant look in his eyes. as he turned away from me. I guess they took a lot out of this death deity, me as well. I looked up at the sky, brilliant hues of red and orange, painted behind thick wisps of clouds. I think this might be the thumbnail. I was thinking like that one scene where he's all sad and thinking about the past. The sun was falling at a steady state, approaching the end of the day, and the end of my journey. I struck Memento's foe, but there was a peculiar lack of reaction from him. He kept looking away from me, cheating his head in the other direction. Cheating? Was it cheating? Or not craning? Yeah, cheating. Eventually, Memento gently pushed me off his stomach as he sat, looking troubled. Hey, are you alright? In truth, no. What's bothering you? Memento turned his gaze to me, and I was met with a sorrowful expression, one I had never seen from the wolf until now. He looked tormented, like something was eating him from the inside. Mori, how important is the truth to you? What? If the truth were to bring you more anguish than a blissful lie, wouldn't it be better than to live that lie until the end? Oh, is there no afterlife? Memento, what are you saying? All this affection, all this praise. It has only been an afternoon, and yet I feel close to you. Memento, can you get to the point? There was something wrong. I could feel it. Mori, I feel this strong burning emotion within me. Is it shame? Guilt? Guilt? Guilty of what? Mori, I have deceived you. What? What do you mean? All this time, I thought it'd make the process easier, but I couldn't help but feel this overwhelming burden atop my shoulders as the day progressed. Anto stared up at the sky, which had become progressively darker as the sun continued its journey behind the horizon. But I believe I owe you the truth. As your friend. Mori, when I told you before that I knew what was after. No. I'm being truthful in my statements. There's no way. What do you mean? Manto got up from the fountain and looked at me in the eyes. A deep anguish was rolling within him as he selected his next words. Mori, there is no paradise. Damn, it do be like that sometimes. What? My jaw felt slack in shock. The world seemed to slow. Then, what lies beyond that final horizon? Nothing. Nothing? At all? Not even us Reapers know. There's no trace left, not a hint. The body returns to Earth, and the spirit returns to the universe. What truly happens to your consciousness? We have no way of knowing. Okay, so it's not nothing, it's just that you don't know. Which, I kinda thought you guys didn't think you'd know. But, in all likelihood, I don't expect anything to lie beyond that final horizon. This is the loss of me eternally. Loss of consciousness itself. How could you? How could you lie to me about this? Most humans, when confronted with oblivion, it's impossible for them to truly grasp it. They begin to lose themselves in the despair. Many humans indeed ponder, or are even certain that there's nothing after death. But to receive the explicit truth from me, it breaks them. I simply want to... To what? To leave the anxiety as we explored your past. So, you lied to me about eternity? Because it was convenient? Mori, I was promised the greatest reprieve I could imagine. Eternity of paradise after hell I endured on Earth. I went through all this just for you to satisfy your stupid curiosity? And what did I get in the end? Nothing. That's it. Do you immortals comprehend oblivion? Is it even possible? I'd ask you the same. Can you? Whenever I pictured death, I imagined ethereal black, the sea of dark, which I would exist forever. But that implies consciousness. What lies beyond exceeds my human's comprehension. Nothing. Pure oblivion. This piece of shit. I knew it was too good to be true. Truly, how could could a death deity understand? Why would it care? To this thing, I'm feeling a little gaunt. Not even less than that, or gnat. I'm just a tiny blip. Even if this Reaper feels guilty, 1,000 years from now, it won't have mattered. Memento will continue to exist until the end of time, perhaps until the very last lifeform takes its terminal breath, and the universe collapses in on itself. But me? This is all I have. This is all that I am. No. No! I shoved Memento aside. You can't do this to me. I am, well, truly sorry, Mori, but there's nothing you can do. Fuck you. This game is very artsy. I ran. Without a body or energy to waste, I could run as fast as I wanted and never slow down. The road was a blur, a blitz of color and light. No, you can't. You can't do this to me. It can't. It can't end this way. The life I lived, I felt nothing behind but regret and suffering. I don't deserve any of this. Just please let me exist. Mori, you can't run. The voice came from all directions. I couldn't tell where from. All I could do is keep running. Get away from me! I twisted around and dashed the other way. There has to be somewhere. Mori, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Stop following me. I have to run somewhere that's safe. He's behind me. I can feel it. The petals, they danced in the corner of my vision. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I have to escape. Please, God. This game took a turn just took a turn. Stop. Stop this at once. I told you, there was no outrunning me. This goes no further. Do you understand? Why? Why does it have to be like this? You know, if I had to do a cut, it would have been at that part where he's going to see me, but I was like, well, it's 90 minutes, so I'll maybe make this two 1 hours. It is. It's just how it is. It's time. Title card. It was pure silence. Not a hushed murmur, but rather total, engulfing, absolute silence. The water was still. It was so still, it looked solid. There was no wind to brush the flowers that adorned the landscape. No sounds of birds chirping or insects buzzing. Mento offered his paw, and I took it. We walked close to the wall. It was soft, yet I felt there was no force on earth that could sever its grasp. The boards were silent as we strode across, not even the faintest thumping of wood. Silence. It was pure silence. Mento turned to me and sighed. Well, my friend, this is it. I approached the wall, brushed my hand against the petals. They danced around the tips of my fingers, but I couldn't feel them. I retracted my hand, and the petals receded in a splash of red. Looking up, the wall existed far, far into the sky. At both sides, they stretched beyond the horizon, towards infinity. You may have a seat here. You can take as long as you like. Thank you. Yeah. Took a seat on the bench nearby, and simply watched the petals ripple across the wall. I've had those who have spent hours just staring. Time doesn't move here. It's quite beautiful, is it not? Memento, tell me. Yes? When the last organism dies, what becomes of you? Eventually, all life in the universe will be extinguished at some point, yes? When the universe collapses in on itself, heat death, I believe it's called, which I think is the opposite of the universe collapsing in on itself, but anyways. I've never given that much thought. I suppose, then, we Reapers may disappear as well. And what if before? God, well, at least I'm not doing this at night, so I don't have an existential crisis before going to bed. Where were you before the first life first sprung from carbon? Memento approached the flowers and gently produced a long and gorgeous lily from it. Its petals radiate in the deepest, most brilliant red. Its stem lithe, like the silk scarf encircling his finger. Memento placed the flower on my lap, Where were you before you were born, Mori? Do you recall that? He said, staring back at me with a distant expression. You showed me a lot, Mori. More than I could have hoped for. I know none of this is easy, but let me impart some perspective that may comfort you. Perhaps this may help you accept what's to come. Anto sat beside me and tenderly placed a paw on my shoulder. You went through eternity once. What's another one for you? Well, life is just an impossibly thin line between two forevers. But relative to that thin line, the experience varies wildly. Some get to be wealthy beyond their wildest dreams, to control to control the shape the world, to be writ into the annals of time, remembered and celebrated for generations. Others, well, die in their 30s, miserable, alone, and forgotten. We all end up in the same place, and we all come from that same place, but that thin line will always be unequal. Some just get to be happier. That's it. So, why couldn't I have been happy? It's so unfair. Memento stood silently and stared into the wall. Perhaps it is. Perhaps that inequality is just the fundamental truth of the universe. Just as I am. I stood and faced the wall. I think I'm ready. Are you sure? There's still time to... Memento, please. Memento bit his lip in a bitter expression before stepping aside, allowing me to approach. Time felt as though it slowed to a crawl. 1 step, 2 step, 3. My nose was now grazing the petals on the wall. They danced and flickered in and out, as if assured me that everything would be fine. that everything would be okay. No smell, no sensation, nothing. I took one last breath, and... Wait! I felt a paw squeeze my hand firmly. Wait, just one moment. Memento? I felt a pair of cool, fuzzy arms wrap around me. Sorry, Mori. Was he sobbing? I'm so sorry for everything. That you have lived like that. They had to die like that. All of this, so unfair. Why? Why'd you have to suffer? And this is all you get in the end? This is what awaits you? And everyone else in this world? I spent so long detached from you humans. Your lives. A foreign concept. But now, what's this feeling inside me? It hurts. It hurts so much. The wolf sobbed deeply into my chest. Mento. He bawled, howls piercing the silence. Why does it have to hurt? I held Memento close and rubbed the back of his head. It sucks, I know, believe me. I know more than anyone. I hate that it has to end this way, Memento. But you won't remember me. In 1,000 years, I'll just be another one of the bunch. It's okay. I'm just unimportant. No, I don't want to forget you. I don't want to forget anyone. The people I've led here, their smiles, their sorrows. I understand now the injustice of it all. You and everyone else. I don't want forever. I don't want to change in 1,000 or 1,000,000 years into someone completely different. I don't want to not love anymore. I betrayed your trust. I deceived you. And to lead you here, after everything that's happened. He was inconsolable. I've never seen anyone cry so harshly. His voice hoarse, inaudible, wailing, and streams of tears that splattered the ground. Just let me go, and you can forget about this all. Mento, I'm tired. If there is nothingness, then fine. At least it stops. You raised and dashed my hopes. But hey, it doesn't matter now, does it? Memento started to calm down and look towards me. I know that I must. He wiped his tears off with his tail and took a deep breath inwards. Mori, if it means anything. Memento drew close to me. May I ask you one more thing? Just one more thing. Before you depart. What is it? Can you teach me how to dance? What? Before I knew it, the world melted around me once again. Oops, sorry, I thought it was waiting for me to prompt. This is... What? We're in space? To my right, galaxies light years away. To my left, planets and moons, colored purple, blue, green, and silver dance around brilliant nebulas. It was a tornado of red petals, spinning and swimming like a school of tropical fish through the sea of stars. Memento, where is this? Where the star went? Oh, her home, her wonderful home. There are no bounds, nothing keeping me grounded. I twirled around in a plume of petals surrounding me. Memento floated up towards me. Flowers now erupted from his tail. He slid his paw over my shoulder, another in hand. Like this? I looked into his eyes, radiating with wonder. One last chance. One final moment. No. Oop. Did I miss something there? This guy kind of makes me think of, not only Edward Scissorhands, but like, you know, that kind of thing. Like this. Memento took to the choreography quickly. Our stage, a galaxy. Our audience, the stars. The memories of the waltz returned to me immediately. Oop, I double-clicked. As though I had just practiced them yesterday. But this time, I felt confident, more fluid, more alive than any of my previous performances. Memento and I danced across the cosmos, our gazes locked into each other's. This feeling, my heart, my chest, chills, fluttering, it's all so much. Is this what you humans call romance? Is this love? I simply stared at the wolf and smiled. He was certainly no red Astur, smooth and so sloppy, and he couldn't stop jittering. At one point, Memento tripped over my feet, and we tumbled together into a pool of glimmering stars. The stars were warm, and Memento's body was like a heavy blanket weighing down on me. Despite the slip-up, neither of us could shake the smiles that were plastered on our faces. We laughed together before Memento picked me up once again, and we continued the dance. Why can't we just fade into the stars and dance for all eternity? The waltz must end, Memento. The show must stop. Otherwise, why would we ever cherish it? This one wonderful moment together. We progressed on to the next step, and the next. Time for the finale was approaching, yet we savored every moment of our dance. As we wrapped up the conclusion, as the final steps approached, it all stopped. Is that it? No, there's one last step. And what is that? The smooch. I can hold your hand if you want. It won't make you disappear, too, will it? Memento shook his head. No, nothing can. Thank you, Memento. Thank you for being with me. I will be a memento to you, Memento. Memento grinned. It's what I can do. It's just how I am. I simply smiled back at him and rested my head on his chest. It was warm? For once, the wolf was actually warm. We both stepped forward and plunged into the flowers. The end. I guess I could have put this as like 3 Let's Plays, but I could put 2, since I didn't do the ending. I know, we'll figure it out. Cause it do be like that sometimes. So unlike, I don't know, the other thing, comment, guys, like, comments, tell what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, and otherwise. If you like me, you would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos epic grow, and please don't spam your animals like control the pit population. Huh? Oh, hello there. It's me, Bowser, one of the developers, the actual god of this universe. It was made for the May Wolf Furry visual novel game jam. If you have some time, please check out some of the awesome submissions made by the developers. This story was created by a team like Chorus, 5 passionate visual novel developers that who wanted to come together to make a story for the game jam. If you like the story, please check out the project they're working on. There's one that has an otter in space. There's another one which might also be in space. Or maybe you're a protege. Oh, wait, it says right there. 90s mecha anime inspired furry visual novel. Well, if I know anything about 90s mecha, you're gonna tear up some girl's invitation, say you're gonna kill her when she invites you to her birthday party. Yeah, queer furry space opera kinetic novel? What's a kinetic novel? Ooh, we did the quick look of this one. I wanted to do this because it was like, oh, is it voice acting? It's only a little bit of voice acting. Sad, but it do be like that sometimes. Is that Haps? Raki made the UI. That very much looks like Haps. It is kind of funny. Like, I look at lots of porn and stuff like it. But it's like, hey, it's weird that I can look at something I've never seen before and go, is it this author? Sometimes. I like Haps. Do. Damn it, I done clicked a thing. Oh yeah, I put in Haps on Patreon. Says our amazing artist Haps is wait. I'm not sure what happened, but that happened in September. Heck. Well, I know they're still alive. I guess they're going to do other stuff. It do be like that sometimes. I haven't seen any of these ones. Though that is a very big guy to be doing volleyball. Just saying. Ooh, woo. Well, eventually I'm gonna have to die at some point. I just hope I'm not alone when I die. Honestly, probably one of my worst nightmares. Not really nightmare, but like, not like a nightmare you wake up from, but like a thing I think is me when I was a kid, like maybe around 10 years old. I was like, yeah, what's life gonna be like when I die? Like, am I just gonna be in a bed, physically and or mentally crippled, thinking back on a life that I wasted? Yeah, it always makes me feel uncomfortable thinking that. I guess it depends what is wasted. And you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, because it do be like that sometimes. Anyways, end of this side play. So, oh yeah, I already did that stuff. I kind of wonder if I could just save myself a little bit of time by splitting these two up. Who knows? You know, but hey, at least this one I didn't, unlike the quick look and the video I'd made before this that I might combine this with, I didn't have to be like, oh, and bye, because my family came home early. Last time we were coming, when did they suddenly come in? I guess it was church last time, and yesterday it was church as well. I guess I can look it up and put the dates together. Because it do be like that sometimes. Damn it, non-SSD drive, external hard drive. Why is it that you have to warm up before you do a thing? Let's see, that was on the 24th, the day before Christmas of last year. Oh yeah, that was also Sunday. Yeah. I thought they were going to tell me when they were coming home, but then they were just like, hey, we're home. It's like, bugger. Yeah, until next time. Unless you die, or I die, or we die. Eventually we all die. Oh well, the afterlife is gonna be a pain in the arse. Especially if it's a Christian one. It's the ones where it's like, you have to believe in God. Which is always a weird concept to me. It's like, well, you could show that you exist besides some guy coming to the front door and be like, have you heard the good word? It's like, any religion can do that. Bah. Anyways, before I get into a religious diatribe, yeah, it was a good game. Makes you feel uncomfortable. Because it's death in a life not well used. And sudden death. But hey, I'm going to be turning 35 this year. It do be like that. Hey, at least I have the body of either a teenager or somebody in their young 20s. I can put my arms behind my back. Anyways, enough of that. Thanks, see ya.